Okie doke. Tech N9ne, I like Tech N9ne a lot. Let's just get that out of the way. You can watch previous videos. I really enjoy Tech N9ne. I don't want to yap too long in the beginning, but Tech N9ne super dope. One of the greatest of all time, one of the best of all time, in my top 10 of all time. I have been kind of on like a Tech N9ne kick lately. So this is coming at a perfect time, this rollout for this album, because I've been listening to a lot of Tech N9ne. I'm not, I think I was listening to, no, it wasn't KID. It was, the one that came out, I believe, in 2013. I'm blanking hard on the name. The one with Kendrick on it. Why are names are just escaping my brain right now? I know Fragile. The one with Fragile, the one with song with T-Pain, song with The Game. So, like, I was just listening to that a lot recently. I was listening to Killers. Killer? Is it just Killer or is it Killers? I don't know. I was listening to that. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Tech N9ne recently. So this is coming at a perfect time. Yeah, let's just lock in. Let's just go. I'm yapping too much. I did not know my life would change today. Oh, and I'm excited for this album because apparently it's like a storytelling album from my understanding of the singles. It feels like a storytelling album. The album is, I believe it's titled, is like Home Address or whatever. Not his current one, obviously, but like, you know, the one he grew up. I don't know. Somebody in the comments told me, tell me again, because I forgot. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear the story about how Tech N9ne came up, not just from interviews, but from music. Mountain, get out my way! A lot of times, life can deal you. Did he do this is reminding me, I feel like I just saw, unless I'm gaslighting myself, one of those complex sneaker buy things. Did he just do a video? Because this looks like the setup for that. This honestly is just a shoe store. So, but I feel like I just saw that. Unless I'm gaslighting myself, I'll look it up. A bad hand, but to stay out of the trash. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My ADHD brain is not gonna. Complex tech. Nope. Tech. Low battery. So I gotta hurry up. No, was it not him? No. Shoe shopping. I feel like I just saw a video of somebody shoe shopping and that reminded me and made me think. I think my brain was thinking it was this. I saw this. I watch wrestling. So I saw this recently and then I saw that and I'm like, was there a Tech N9ne video that dropped with the shoe thing? Or so I think my brain just crossed wires for a second. Forgive me. Anyway, continuing, we're going to restart. I apologize. I apologize to everybody. I did not know my life would change today. He should do one though. Mountain, get out my way. A lot of times life can deal you a bad hand, but to stay out of the trash can you gotta have plans. Can they stop me? Oh nah nah. No. Oh nah nah. No. Oh nah 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 nah. Will they stop me? Oh nah nah. No. Oh nah nah. No. Oh nah nah. My relative, selling dope for my relative. Down on Mac and Donnie Fellowship. Hit the street and what you tell a kid, but we never gig. Caught spiteful, assault rifles, hella big. Lost 5-0, the boss I know I can smell a pig like a pellet shit. Goodies at the attic, up there with a fully automatic. Sheet rock made a trap door with a crack pour that the hoodies caught. The flows every time. The flows are just crazy. Why do they always do this? Every time. I can't keep saying it. I'm just repeating myself. You go watch any Tech N9ne video, the flow is just out. It's just makes up stuff and it sounds dope. Like, how does he? Like, he's so creative with how he rhymes words and like the. All right, we're gonna. My relative, selling dope for my relative. Down on Mac and Donnie Fellowship. Hit the street and what you tell a kid. But that's fairly traditional. That's fairly everything lands where you think it's gonna land. Caught spiteful, assault rifles, hella big. Lost 5-0, the boss I know I can smell a pig like a pellet shit. This is where it just gets odd but dope. Goodies at the attic, up there with a fully automatic. Sheet rock made a trap door with a crack pour that the hood like it's just I love it because you don't know where it's gonna land. You don't know. It's like it's just so unorthodox and dope. And it makes it fun to listen to and it's engaging. And that's why I love Tech N9ne. Well, part of the reason why I love Tech N9ne. Yeah, this is dope. Like, whatever he said, even he said up there, and it kind of raises his vocals or his inflection kind of has a little inflection there, up there. And you think like the next line is going to kind of have that exact same pattern, but it doesn't. Lost 5-0, the boss I know I can smell a pig like a pellet shit. Goodies at the attic, up there with a fully automatic. Sheetrock made a trap door with a crack pour if the hoodie's caught a habit.
Like the sheetrock and the hoodies and the shit, whatever he said. I'm like paying attention to how he's saying it more than what he's saying at the moment. I will rewind. But then he just extends it before he lands the second line. It's just dope. It's fucking dope.
The boss I know I can smell a pig like a pellet shit. Goodies at the attic, up there with a fully automatic. Sheetrock made a trap door with a crack pour if the hoodie's caught a habit.
So, and I talked about this with the RDV video. I like when Tech N9ne is kind of going back to like a street level. He's bringing that high intensity rhyming, the intricacies, but he's bringing it back to a street level. And I think that is what will set him apart when when he goes this route. It's what sets him apart, because like there are a ton of street rappers, none of them rap like this. So he's describing the same situations. He's describing the pills, the weapons, the trap doors and the trap houses and stuff. Like he's describing the same things, but in ways you've probably never heard before. And it makes it so fun to listen to.
Smell a pig like a pellet shit. Goodies at the attic, up there with a fully automatic. Sheetrock made a trap door with a crack pour if the hoodie's caught a habit. 6 workers serving out the house. Police lurking round about. When they kick that dope down, I made no sound when they searching out for clout. Don't make a sound, do not make a sound. I'm moving around, I'm moving around. Cause we got the bulk in the attic was below us. All that they found, all the people went down.
Oh my God, bro, that's so good. It's so good. Like, I don't understand. There's a lot of people that don't like Tech N9ne. Whatever. I don't get it. I don't understand it. He's one of the best. It's so creative. Like, you're not going to get stuff like this anywhere else. And like, I keep pausing it and it's annoying. I know you probably just want to listen to it. I just want to listen to it. But it's like sometimes when I'm just listening to this, I can't help but it's like what is going on? Like, how does he's so creative. And it's not just the way he's rhyming, it's the way he's putting this song together. And I feel like that gets lost on people too. He puts these songs together, like you can tell it's like well crafted with the ad-libs, the production, like that is, it's adding so much to just, I don't know for the word for it, but like the texture of the song, the versatility of the song itself. It's not like he has a bunch of songs that are different from each other. No, it's like within the song he has different segments that are completely different than the last one. It's like, it's so versatile within each song. Like his brain, if I could be inside somebody's brain for a day, as far as like music goes, it probably would be Tech N9ne. He's so creative. It's ridiculous. I don't know if any of what I said made sense. It doesn't matter. But this is just dope. All right, rewinding a little bit. I'm going to try to lock in for like at least a good minute, and then I'll pause or something, but
the hoodie's caught a habit. 6 workers serving out the house. Police lurking round about. When they kick that dope down, I made no sound when they searching out for clout. Don't make a sound, do not make a sound. I'm moving around, I'm moving around. Cause we got the bulk in the attic was below us. All that they found, all the people went down. Could've got us and shut down the whole operation, but they missed it. Stuck in the corner till morning, the Maliki. J6's.
Like, it's the singing and the like, and it's not just the creativity. I said I was going to give it a minute. I lied. It's not just the creativity. It's kind of like the boldness. And I feel like at 30 years into the game at this point, pretty much, you have the confidence down. But I feel like a lot of artists aren't confident enough to even try something like that, because for fear of coming off corny or coming off of corny is pretty much it. Like, you know, everybody wants to be cool. And I feel like Tech N9ne is just probably so over that at this point, because he's been called every name in the book by every type of fan base, probably even by his own fan base at certain points, depending on what he's trying to do. If he's dropping Hood's Gonna Love It or whatever, not Hood Gonna Love It, I'm thinking J-Rock. What's it called? Hood Go Crazy. You know, he gets a lot of flack from his fan base when he does the mainstream stuff, but he's always done mainstream style sounds, you know? So I feel like he's probably at a point where he's just going to do whatever he wants to do. If he's feeling like he wants to sing like that or like rhyme in different patterns and stuff like that, he doesn't care. He's just going to do whatever he wants to do. And in my opinion, it's dope. I like it. I think he's incredible.
Could have got us and shut down the whole operation, but they missed it. Stuck in the corner till morning, the Maliki. J6's. I thought I'd never make riches. Got the system against me and it's way vicious. Sometimes don't want to stay with this until I came across my pair of lucky J6's. My lucky J6's. I might have a lucky day with this. My lucky J6's. Been been 2 years since I ran away. Slinging pieces to a few peers from my family day. Female neighbor got a manhandler deserving the damn hammer in the middle of his 2 ears with the gamma ray. We hear him through the walls, they got us too involved. The next day when we see her face is black and blue and all. Contemplating in French Village, if it happens again, pillage. Big melon, if she's swelling, bring him hell and we then kill it. He's at her neck, I grabbed the tech and strolled all in. Lucky me, the nigga was one of my rogue dog friends. Before another bruise, I told him cruise. I was happy, no hit ensued. It's gotta be the shoe. Can they stop me? Oh, nah, nah. No. Oh, nah, nah. No. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Will they stop me? Oh, nah, nah. No. Oh, nah, nah. No. Oh, nah, 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 nah. I thought I'd never make riches. Got the system against me and it's way vicious.
I like that he's displaying, like, in hip hop you have the fundamental kind of skills of hip hop. You have the lyricism, the hit making, the storytelling, the different type of environment. Like, he does everything so well. Like, he can do the storytelling there was super descriptive. It's just like, this is what I expect from somebody who's been doing it this long. It's at that level. There's not much to say outside of, like, this is just dope. He can rap very well, which is redundant to say because I've said it a million times. But
Sometimes don't want to stay with this until I came across my parents.
You know what? Hot take. Maybe this is a hot take. Maybe it isn't a hot take. Look, this video might be 30 minutes, but I think Tech N9ne is better. Probably better than he's ever been. I think his best album probably is, I'm forgetting the name. Something else, right? Something else. I'm bad with names. Fun fact, I've said it a million times, but I am bad with names. So, like, song titles, album titles, I'm just bad, okay? I think it's something else. You know, the album with Fragile and stuff like that. And, I think that's probably his best album. But I think right now he's better than he's ever been. I think a lot of his recent work is my favorite work from him. Enter Fear, I thought was incredible. Again, I'm bad with names, but, like, a lot of his recent projects, I think, have been great. So I'll leave it there. I'm excited for this project.
Lucky J6's, my lucky J6's. I might have a lucky day. My lucky J6's. It's a drought, and we doing without. I heard about a rap contest, so I entered with a lot of doubt. Money low on my last job that I left them for dead. My only prized possession is my black infrared. Walk up the stairs and Stars nightclub on Broadway. Anybody before and after my mic hugged a heart.
And it's not just, oh my God, I keep pausing it, but it's like, I don't know, I have to get this off. I'm sorry. But it's not just the storytelling and the script. It's, what is the story he's telling? The song is about these different events where he's wearing these specific shoes and they're just my lucky shoes. That is such a descriptive, like, that's such a creative way to look at these events. I don't know if this is real. I'm assuming the events are real. I don't know if, like, the shoes are actually, like, he actually thinks they're his lucky Jordans or just happen to be wearing these Jordans when these events happen. But it's just such a creative angle to go, to look at life, but then also to tell your story. Because he could have just done this traditionally. We just told these events and not even thought about the shoes he was wearing, or maybe he wasn't even wearing the shoes when these events happened. Maybe this is just what maybe this is how he's choosing to deliver these stories. Is I just always wearing these shoes. These are my lucky shoes, and this is how I'm delivering the song. Which is fine. That's artistic liberties can be taken. Just like in a movie, it'll be, like, based on a true story. Not everything that happened is a true story, but I deliver it in a song format. So yeah, I might have to embellish a little bit here, or maybe I have to take some details out because it's a song. I only got 3 minutes to get this stuff out, or I need a hook and I can't come up with a hook. So about just these random events that have nothing to do with each other, so I'd find something to kind of bring them all together and condense everything. Oh, I happen to be wearing the same shoes, so I'll make the song about the shoes. Like, it's like a movie. Like I said, it's like a movie. Some scenes got to get cut. Maybe I'll embellish some scenes. I only got 2 hours to tell this guy's life story or something like that. It's kind of the same thing here. Maybe Potentially. I don't know. I'm assuming, I'm just going to take this as face value until somebody says otherwise. I'm assuming he was wearing these shoes, and these are, maybe he does think these are his lucky shoes or whatever. But yeah, movies have to do the same thing. There's going to be an album about his life. Album's probably going to be like an hour long, maybe 50 minutes long, about his life. He has condensed his life into an hour, you know what I mean? So you got to tell these stories in creative, interesting ways to keep people, one, engaged, but then also, how do you do it in a way that's new? We've heard a million life stories. We've heard a million stories about somebody selling dope. We've heard a million stories about somebody, you know, pew-pewing somebody. We've heard these stories a million different ways. And that's where that's kind of ties back into what I was saying earlier about Tech N9ne. He's bringing his versatility and his theatrics to street hip hop. Not that he hasn't done this before, but kind of going back to it, like a more grounded street level hip hop. And that's what's setting him apart. It's because people don't rap like this. People aren't creative like this typically when it comes to these subject matters. I think it's dope.
I did New Breed and they like love the God spray. Cause possession is my black infrared. Walk up the stairs and Stars nightclub on Broadway. Anybody before and after my mic hugged a hard day. I did New Breed and they like love the. Walk up the stairs and Stars nightclub on Broadway. Anybody before and after my mic hugged a hard day.
Did he say anybody hugged a hard day? If that's what he said, I could have just been hearing that wrong. But that sentence in itself makes no sense. But like, if you think about it in like a metaphorical way, hugged a hard day, like, you know, you had to embrace. Hugging is like embracing a hard day. Like you had a hard day. You were close up to you had a hard day. Basically, had a hard time. So you get what he's saying. Maybe it is at face value. Literally, it doesn't make sense. But I think that's what makes Tech N9ne so special, is because he is rhyming. He rhymes a lot of the same. He rhymes a lot. The more you rhyme the same syllables and words, the less options you have, because you don't want to repeat yourself. As far as like, you don't want to rhyme the same words over and over. If you're talented enough, you probably won't. Or, you know, sometimes creatively you can do that if it calls for it. But I feel like when your lyrics are so compact, you're doing the multi-syllable thing so much, you're going to run out of options. And I feel like that forces you to get creative with how you describe certain situations. So when because he wants to rhyme hugged a hard day with love the long way, whatever he said.
Stairs and Stars nightclub on Broadway. Anybody before and after my mic hugged a hard day. I did New Breed and they like love the God spray. The winner is Tech N9ne and that I was the plot.
So was, hug, love. Like he wants to rhyme that syllable. So like how do I make this sentence say what I want it to say while rhyming the same syllables? I got to come up with something. Okay, I'll use the word hug and I'll say, okay, he hugged a hard day. That makes sense because he embraced a hard day. You know what I mean? Like you have to figure out creative ways to say normal things. Like he's saying something very basic. They rapped after me. They had a hard time. That's all he's saying. But he's saying it in such a creative way because he has to, because he's doing all this multi-syllable mumbo jumbo. Not everybody is able to do that. And I see that all the time. And I feel like because I write myself, I can notice it more. I've had this on my wrist. What am I doing? Because I write myself, I can tell when somebody's just switching the flow because they ran out of things to rhyme, or they ran out of, like, they don't know how to continue the story while rhyming those syllables, versus when they want to make that transition naturally. And I feel like Tech N9ne, JID, Cole, like these are guys that when they change their flow, it's because they're choosing to, because it's creative. They know when to change the flow. They don't leave food on their plate. But like a lot of times I'll hear flow changes and I'm like, oh, I was expecting that to continue on longer. It would have been satisfying if that continued on longer, or it just felt like you were just running out of words to rhyme. So you're like, all right, next flow, next rhyme scheme or whatever. So continuing.
I wanted to open up for EPMD at Kemper Arena. This fell on my graduation day, so rap was meant for the Nina. 91, what I had on my feet was real fancy and hip. The same year, MJ won his first championship in J6's. I thought I'd never make riches. Got the system against me and it's way vicious.
Peter's on 3%. We're riding this one out.
Came across my pair of lucky J6's. My lucky J.
I love the choruses too. They're creative. And I feel like with Tech N9ne, because they're so creative, they can be hit or miss.
My lucky
But that's kind of the give and take. And okay, we get it. I feel like and I had this conversation about sometimes Kendrick, Tech N9ne, with these artists that are kind of like ultra creative with their music. You do run into the problems like, what do you value more? Do you value creativity or consistency? Because you can't get consistency and frequency. So you can get frequency and consistency, but you can't really get frequency and consistency. You can't really, and it's difficult to do consistent and creative too. Like, I feel like you can have two of those things. You can't always have three. I feel like three is really difficult. Like, I would say basically impossible to be creative, consistent, and frequent, because you need time to cook up creative things. You need time to think about these things. How are you going to deliver these? I'm going to pause this and make a separate thing just in case it turns. Okay, I'm back. It was a small cut, but yeah, it's hard to have those three things. I would say basically impossible, because it takes time to come up with creative things. So you can't really put out things frequently. That's why artists like Kendrick take like 5 years. Eminem takes a good chunk of time. Tech N9ne is frequent and creative. I would say not always consistent. I feel like sometimes it can be a little hit or miss, as far as like, do I like the song? And then some songs grow on me. They take time to grow on me. That happens a lot with Tech N9ne. And that just goes back to the conversation. What do you value as a consumer? What do you value? Do you value that creativity, or would you rather have Tech N9ne rap in more traditional ways and give you something, it's not as creative, but it's more consistent. You can rely on it as a consumer that, oh, next project, I know I'm going to like every song. Planet was an album by Tech N9ne. I don't think I was that fond of. I don't return to it very often. It was I don't remember liking it too much. I remember liking the one Interfere I loved. So it's kind of like that. I don't know. It's that give and take with somebody as creative as Tech N9ne. Or you can somebody like Nas, who isn't as creative musically. He can be creative, like, storytelling, writing. Nas is one of the GOATs. Let's be perfectly clear. Nobody's disrespecting Nas here, but he isn't nearly as creative as Tech N9ne musically, but he's a lot more consistent. And because doesn't have to be as creative musically, you can put those things out pretty fast. Just did 6 albums with Hit Boy. All of them were dope. Some of them were more dope than others, but all of them were good. But I can't say like all the music there was super creative and super versatile. Like, that's just not the case. Whereas with Tech N9ne, I feel like he's very frequent. Like, he drops a lot, even like the collab tapes and stuff like that, and his own personal albums. There was a good stretch of time where he wasn't dropping albums. I don't know when that was, like his own personal albums. I feel like he went on a break for a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I do have an old video where I have that conversation: creativity versus consistency. Maybe look that up. Type in the name of the channel: creativity, consistency, yada yada yada. But maybe that's a conversation I want to revisit. Because I don't know. It's just interesting. It's an interesting conversation to have as a consumer. It's based on, what do you want out of your artist? With that being said, good riddance, losers. I'm joking. I love you all. Subscribe and like and all that jazz. You know what to do. You know what to do.